Hey everyone, I wanted to go over a little bit of a guide for Monster Hunter Stories 2 for those of you who are having a little bit of a problem getting your save data from the trial version into the main game if you decided to pick it up either physically or digitally. I know that a lot of people I've been seeing on Twitter having issues with how to figure this out. It's pretty straightforward, I think, but I can certainly understand why people are having a little bit of a misunderstanding with how to do it, since there is a little bit of a twist on how to actually get it done. To make matters even a little bit more confusing, the Capcom website for the official game doesn't actually tell you any of this in the front page or anything like that. You have to dig in their options to be able to actually get to it. So again, if they were actually upfront about this, it would be a little bit easier. But let's go ahead and get started. And this is, again, pretty much straightforward if you are just following the right steps. And right away, obviously, you should know that you should boot up the main game with your main user account. Essentially the account that you used when you play the trial version. This should be the profile that has your save data from the trial saved up in it, so you can go ahead and use that one straight up into the full game. So go ahead and start the game, choose your main profile that you played with the trial version, and then the eventual no save data exists prompt will appear on your screen, and you have two options: create or cancel. This is where people get really confused because they expect the trial version data to basically show up in this options, but it actually doesn't show up here. So you should just simply select create and continue right down to the title screen. But you shouldn't necessarily worry. By choosing the create save data isn't gonna actually delete anything off your system. Then once you make your way down to the title screen, you should be able to see the transfer from demo option all the way on the left. And this is basically where the game should pick up right where you left off in the trial version. There's no real actual options or anything after that. You should be able to your character should pop up directly from where you were originally in the trial version. Now the interesting part is that loading your save data at this point in time from the trial isn't actually saving anything. So even if you actually went ahead and turned it off or anything like that, it isn't going to actually automatically save. You need to manually save the very first time around for the game to completely delete the created data from the trial and actually transfer it completely to the main file, to the actual main game. And that should be pretty much it. Once you actually manually save the game for the very first time in the main game, you should now be able to actually see everything that you played up until the trial. Now there is a little bit of an interesting twist here as well. The settings that you had set up in your trial version will be fully set to default back when you load out the full game. So any sort of camera changes or sound profile setups or any sort of button controls or configuration settings or anything along those lines, those are going to reset right back to the main thing basically when you played the trial version the very first time. I don't know why they do that, but essentially that is what happens. So you don't necessarily lose your save data. That's, again, you already loaded it into it, you should be ready to go. But for some reason your settings do reset, so you should have to basically have the option to go ahead and change those again and basically set your profile as you were originally. But again, once you saved, you're ready to go, and you should be able to load up your game naturally from your trial version without any issues. Hopefully you guys found this informative and instructive, because again, Capcom did not make this very clear for a lot of people. I saw them questioning the stuff on Twitter, how to actually do it. So hopefully now you should be able to get it done if you're having any sort of trouble to get to that point. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.